I'm going to start talking about the Fantastic Four first step. I'm glad I got the like and dislike ratio because people are like, I don't know. That's got a decently high dislike ratio for this, okay? That's usually a lot smaller even for this. All right, so I'm gonna be pausing a whole lot, noticing things in the scene. Also, this is in theater mode. Ignore, like, the two black bars on the left and right. The top and bottom's normal.
Wow, folks, we all know the story.
What is this? I don't know why you need a talk show. That's not what the Fantastic Four was. I'm not saying they were never in the comics. They were going on a talk show, but like it feels weird.
Four brave astronauts head up into space.
You know what the problem with this? Tell me who's Victor Von Doom here. Tell me who's Reed Richards. I guarantee you people would say on the left, well, that's Reed Richards. And on the right, well, that's clearly Von Doom. Well, you'd be incorrect. Pedro Pascal is apparently Reed Richards. It looks nothing like him. I'm kind of critical, especially with superhero films, TV shows about casting, right? I'm kind of a stickler more about that because you should be close to the original as possible based on the story that you're doing, right? If I was supposed to pick a person in the superhero genre that was pretty dang close one-to-one, it's obviously Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark. In terms of personality, gimmicks, whatever it is, he nailed it to a T. Pretty dang close. As close as perfection as you can get. But then you start getting like weird territory, all right? And I know Nick Fury is Samuel L. Jackson is the ultimate universe, but like having him mixed with 616 characters is kind of weird to me. I always thought that was a weird casting choice, but I get it because he's popular. I'm not saying Sam Jackson is a bad, because I'm not blaming the actors or actresses, I'm blaming the casting. I feel like it's a miscast already, just for visuals, right? I'm not saying Pedro Pascal's a bad actor. He's getting shoved down the throat a lot, though. Why does Mr. Fantastic look like a mustache guy from New Vegas? He looks more like Dr. House, or Mr. House, excuse me, not Dr. House, that's Hugh Laurie. What happened to Krasinski? Everyone on the internet's like, oh, we should get Krasinski, Reed Richards, for like a decade. We get him, right? It's in the freaking Multiverse of Madness film with Doctor Strange, where he just gets obliterated by Scarlet Witch, and then they don't recast him back. Are you kidding me? The internet wanted this guy to be Reed Richards for how long? And then you cook him. You just immediately discard him like trash. All right, well, let's continue on. I've been talking, because I'm trying to preface things, right, to a certain degree of what I think and what I like and dislike.
And come back.
Was this actually what the original ship looked like? Also, the Thing looks, I mean, to be fair, the Thing looks like the original Thing, but like, it's rough in a 3D environment, especially with CGI. Ooh, the Thing's voice is not good. Oh, that was the Thing talking? What?
This car?
What? Why is... Did they see that thing, 'Tis the Clobbering Hour, and thought he was supposed to sound soft and British? I mean, he's not British here. He's like, there's something wrong.
Please welcome the Fantastic Four.
Was the Fantastic Four ever on a TV? Like, did they ever have time to do this kind of stuff? I'm not saying they weren't in the press, but like every villain that was coming around, like Fing Fang Foom, Doctor Doom, dude, okay. This looks wrong. I don't know who decided to cast this guy on the far right. That haircut... I mean, Johnny Storm's originally blonde, right? I have no beef with that. But that haircut makes him look like Fred from Scooby-Doo. This guy looks like Freddie Prinze Jr. without looking like Freddie Prinze Jr. It looks like his son or his brother. And that haircut makes him look so bad. Like, Johnny Storm's supposed to be hot. Did they forget that? Johnny Storm's supposed to be the playboy, that, you know, with a heart of gold. Means well, he tries to do things well, he gets on the Thing's nerves all the time. He looks like a nerd here. He looks more nerdy than Pedro. Pedro Pascal looks more like the buff nerd than the skinny nerd. He looks like the Chad. The guy on the far right looks like the Virgin. What is this? What the hell is this? Original background was a World War II era. There's a lot of things that I don't know if they'll put in this film. This looks too much like Star Wars. The belts, not only do they look cheap, and I get they're supposed to be doing a 60s vibe, but like turtleneck. Sorry, but this Sue Storm looks 50 or 40. She looks way too old to be playing Susan Storm. I'm sorry. This looks like Sue Storm's mom. It looks like Sue Storm's mom is playing Sue Storm. Like she's stepping in for her. This woman looks 45. Okay, and you know what? I'll look it up. I'm going to actually look up her age. 37. Jesus. No offense, way too old to be Sue Storm. But I can tell without even being in full screen. I'm in 1080p, by the way, which is the max thing. Crazy that $1 billion corporation can't upload footage in 4K. This looks like a Fantastic Four from an alternate reality. These fellas look too old. Thank you. Yes, they do. They look way too old. They're supposed to be in their 20s, like mid-20s, I think, or early 30s. She said you're 37, you look 45. I'm just saying, that's nothing against her. Okay, and obviously the Thing looks like the Thing from the classics. He looks a bit goofy with the suit on. I never liked Thing with full suit. I always like shorts. Thing has to be like the Hulk. He's got to show off the rock body. He can't just be some rock in a suit. It's like putting the Hulk in a suit. It just doesn't look right for big muscly men. Big muscly rock creatures. You want to show the stuff off. And the thing with the Thing is that he's like the most human character of the group, despite looking like a rock creature. That's his gimmick. He keeps things grounded, especially Reed. And when Sue's not around, if Sue can't do it. This is supposed to be the beginning of the Fantastic Four. I'm just pointing that out. But I mean, I got beef with Pedro too. It's got a square. His head's too big and his hair's not right. Also, he didn't have this weird mustache. 5 o'clock shot. Like Reed Richards is considered the smartest man in the Marvel universe multiple times. You're not convincing me Pedro Pascal is the smartest man in the universe. You're just not. You know what? This seems like a fan film. Pedro Pascal is going to carry this film. I'm going to call it now. This guy is going to carry the other three. Probably going to be better than Von Doom. Unless Von Doom decides to steal the show. Or, no, not Von Doom, Galactus. Because Galactus is in the film. And so is Silver Surfer. This looks worse than 90s Star Trek. But I get it because it's supposed to be representation of the 60s. But it feels off. The 4 feels like more of like the news, channel news, than it does actually of the Fantastic Four. Okay, they brought back Herbie. Interesting choice. They got the Fantastic Car right.
Okay.
What is wrong with the Thing's voice? That's not what a rock creature sounds like. Have you ever heard a rock? Okay, listen, there's things you can agree upon that aren't necessarily objective. Is that rock creatures usually have gravelly voices or like low voices, right? You look at the rock creatures from the Neverending Story. Look at any rock creature that was in any film, and you tell me, oh, I sound like this. Oh, yeah, come on, Herbie.
How's that sauce looking?
How that sauce looking, Herbie?
Okay.
Okay.
That's
like I could do the voice of the Thing. This is the Thing now.
Fantastic.
That's fantastic. Look, they said it. This guy looks like a crackhead. I'm not. This guy has the freaking crack stare. He looks like he's fiending. Pedro Pascal looks like he's dying. Look at Pedro Pascal. He looks like he has more eyeshadow on than Sue Storm. At certain angles, it looks, oh my God. Pedro Pascal looks like he has eyeshadow because how tired he is of carrying films and TV shows. He probably just got done with The Last of Us when he was filming this. Probably had to go back and forth. He's like, dude, I'm tired. She looks like a 60s mom, though. That's my problem, is that you already look like the mother despite not being the mother yet. Like, even if I full screen it, it's not better full screen.
Are you pregnant?
Whoa, what? Where is this? I thought this was just after the accident. What is the timeline on this? A month? A year? You can't say first steps and then go a year after they're already established. That makes no sense. Like I said, Batman year 1. It's supposed to be the first year that he's Batman, right? Not the 7th year. Not the 9th year. I don't know if this is the first year. They didn't give us a date. You're supposed to get context clues. It's supposed to be the 60s, right? That's the whole point because it's when they started out. But when you call your thing First Steps, I know they don't want to keep doing the origin story of the Fantastic Four because there's already been so many films that have done that. But you got to like reference it in some way how you did it differently than those films if you are going to do it. Because you obviously showed the spaceship when it happened. This is when Silver Surfer shows up.
Are you the protectors
So no way.
of this world?
Dude, they did a female Silver Surfer. Do you know Galactus has female heralds, right? Nova is one of them. Norrin Radd has this great backstory. Oh my God, they're so stupid. Norrin Radd has to be male because of his backstory. Unless you're going to change Norrin Radd's backstory of where now it's the female that actually becomes Silver Surfer instead of Norrin Radd. There's a reason why the Silver Surfer has almost never changed the main universe about being Norrin Radd. He has one of the most, not one of the most important stories, I wouldn't say that. He's one of the more important characters in terms of like relation to Galactus and the Fantastic Four. Yeah, but Norrin Radd, the reason why he becomes Silver Surfer is because Galactus goes to his planet, right? I know I'm nerding out a little bit. Makes a deal with Galactus. I will become your herald if you spare my planet. And the tragedy is he never gets to see his wife again because he basically becomes a new person. That's why he stops being called Norrin Radd. Galactus calls him his herald Silver Surfer. That's what your name is now. Making him female when there's other heralds that are already female is dumb in my opinion. Also, Norrin Radd, I don't really have beef with Silver Surfer in this Rise of the Silver Surfer film. He's not the worst part of it. He's one of the best. Lawrence Fishburne's freaking Norrin Radd was awesome.
Now marked for death.
Are you serious? And this is, you can't say it's the original Fantastic Four and then change things about the original. It's like saying things are based on a true story and you're lying halfway through it. Well, some of it, but we're exaggerating it for shut up, man. Either keep it original or don't. Don't BS people about it. All right? Oh, that looked bad. Ooh, this looks bad. The slow glide touch? Yeah, okay. We don't need to make someone female for diversity or something. Keep the characters the same unless they actually be good, like Nick Fury. Yeah, but Nick Fury was still a man. Imagine if Nick Fury was a woman. Oh, wait, that's Black Widow. Oh, wait, that's blank character that already exists. That's why I argue harder for superheroes, because there's thousands you could have chosen. So many characters you could choose, so many plot lines. There's Airwalker as a hero, but he's a male. Nova's the female that Johnny Storm actually had relations with when she was the Herald of Galactus. Are they going to do a love thing with Johnny Storm and the freaking Silver Surfer? Are you out of your mind? Are you making a rom-com, or are you trying to be faithful to the source material? But this is Marvel. This is modern Marvel. They don't care about the source material anymore. They stopped caring a long time ago. When they started doing Endgame and stuff like that, they're like, nah, we're throwing things out the window more. I'm not saying it has to be 100%. You can have creative freedom in certain things, but it has to stay in character. It has to stay in plot story. It has to stay in this.
It's my fault.
This is a copy. When Johnny Storm goes after the Silver Surfer, they do the same thing. Like, it's straight up copy-pasted. Look at this! Then he takes him to the atmosphere. Look at this scene! It's way better than what we just watched. Notice I just showed you, and we'll go back to this. This is what Johnny Storm, his big brain move here is to go straight into space. Are you stupid? Just completely forgot that the oxygen thins out. He decides to fly up to the Silver Surfer and just knocks him back. 10 out of 10 interaction. You show me nothing that's valuable about the Silver Surfer. You show me nothing that's worthwhile to care about that Silver Surfer. Compared to this, which is Silver Surfer's first introduction, by the way, on Earth. I think they spoiled or teased him earlier, but it's literally in the middle of the wedding. Problem is, you don't have to dumb down your opponent to make the other guy look good. It makes you look like a moron. It's like punching a kid as an adult. You don't need to make the kid look like a moron to know that the adult looks smart. It didn't make Johnny Storm look incompetent. He didn't know what he was dealing with. He wanted to figure out what was going on. He was kind of learning on the way doing it. But obviously he got cooked by someone that was better than him. It happens. In any form of competition, it happens. This, it's just moronic. Oh, I'm just, I have a flame-based power that requires oxygen to do my ability. So let's go further into the atmosphere where the oxygen thins, and then I just power off. By the way, do you notice how Chris Evans is literally losing oxygen to the point that he's passing out? Because it's so thin in the atmosphere, right? I'm not saying this is completely 100% accurate, but it's a generalization of the idea. It's the concept of how powerful Silver Surfer is. That yes, Human Torch jobs to him, but that's supposed to prove that Silver Surfer's stronger too in that scene for that reason. Like, look at this, slowly losing oxygen. Look at this. Look at this Battle of the Gods scene, by the way. Look at this! He gets oxygen back, realizes what he's from because he realized he was in a coma, and then he flames on before he died. Because you're probably wondering, well, wouldn't he have died? Bruh, what is this 1920s New York? If you would have told me this was a scene from Goodfellas, I would have believed you, right? If I put, I'd put more like a 90s film thing over it, or like a vignette filter. You're the smartest man in the world. You just told them I don't know. This is like a man trying to act smart than be smart. Every scene always has to have a freaking blackboard. You know, one of the best films of all time that ever did this? Good Will Hunting. Because the problem is, if I asked Pedro Pascal to explain this, he wouldn't be able to. If I asked Matt Damon to explain the thing he was talking about, because he does in that film, they won't hear. It's just to make him look smart. There's something weird about the smartest man in the world having premarital sex is blowing my mind. Was there a ring? Okay, hold on. Was there a ring on his hand? Unless they already skipped the wedding, but that doesn't make sense that it's their first steps. I don't think he shows his hand a single time. His left hand has to be the left hand. Is this going to be at the end of the film they get married? Please don't tell me at the end of the film they get married. Oh my God, Johnny Storm looks rough here. I haven't seen Sue Storm's left hand either, so I don't even know if they're married. I think they marry at the end. This is such a dumb. Okay. What is this T-1000 scene? Crazy that we're copying Judgment Day in 2025. Oh, is that a wedding ring I see? So they were married. What? I don't know if that's a wedding ring. That's the weirdest looking ring, but that's a Reed Richards ring if I ever seen one. See, the thing, they already have merchandise and stuff, so that's why I said this, like, this can't be their first year. Why are they calling it first steps when it's not even your first steps? Ooh. I'm sorry, I can't take Pedro Pascal seriously as the smartest man in the universe, in the Marvel universe. He's got a weird accent, too. He's not hiding his accent well. First steps going to the moon. Stopping Galactus. Galactus looks like the first, I wouldn't say, that wasn't even the first villain. If I remember correctly, I think Fing Fang Fu might have came before. I gotta remember. No, it was like Mole Man. Wasn't it Mole Man? Was it Mole Man the first Fantastic Four villain? No Galactus sighting. What are these buildings? Galactus needs to be the big encompassing villain, but the problem is they don't show a lot here. And we have less than 3 months away. They'll show another trailer. It's whatever. They'll probably, at the end of that trailer, probably show his face or whatever, and that's the big reaction to it. He doesn't look too bad here, though. Like, look, it's a foot.